Okay guys, welcome to the first video on this series that I'm starting here on YouTube. I hope this just blows up because what I have found is that students know how to play basic forms of their songs, like Hallelujah, which we're going over here in this tutorial. Okay, just very basic like that, but they do not know how to do stuff like this. Okay, what did I use there? What I used is I used two rhythmic frameworks that I am going to show you how to apply in this series on YouTube. So I'm going to show you how to apply it in Hallelujah here by Leonard Cohen, and then the series is going to continue into different types of songs, different genres. And if you can just focus on these two ideas, then you won't have to think so much and have brain freeze on the piano when you're trying to decide what to use when you're playing your chord piano. This is going to make your songs sound 100% more interesting. And just to be very clear who this is for and who this is not for, if you're looking to learn how to be able to just sit down at a piano or keyboard and play something and sound good doing it, I know how to teach you. On the other hand, if what you're trying to do is become like a professional pianist or a concert pianist and you want to learn everything you possibly can about the piano and use sheet music to play, then I'm not your guy. So let's jump into this. If that sounds like you, if you want to learn how to take your basic songs and just play something interesting on the piano, then stick with me through this whole tutorial. First things first, you have to grab the PDF visual. It's 100% free. Grab it up here because we're going to be going over rhythmic tension. What does rhythmic tension sound like? Let me show you. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what am I doing? What I'm doing, since this song is in 3/4 time signature, I'm going to the second page of the visual in the PDF, so you'll see that, or just find the part where it says 3/4 time signature in the visual. And so what you're going to recognize is that when you're in a 3/4 time signature song, it's really helpful if you count in numbers as opposed to 1 and 2 and 3 and. Instead of that way, count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So it kind of swings the song and gives it a jig type of feel. Now, why is this helpful? Vocally, when you say 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What just happened there? Watch how I used it on the first line of Hallelujah here. So I heard there was a 1, 2, 3, 4. See how after I hit beat number 4 on the A minor, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my right hand releases. This is what I'm going to teach you in this series, this rhythmic tension, and it's a little bit different when we're in 4/4 time signature. But if we just use rhythmic tension, I'll talk a little bit more about it. If we just used it on the first 2 A minors of the first 2 lines here, it would sound like this, very slowly. I heard there was a C. So notice that I'm going on the A minor, for instance, on that David played and it 1, 2, 3, left hand hits on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm accenting 4 there, and then per the visual in the PDF document, the right hand is supposed to release 16th notes after that half count of the 2, which we're vocally counting as 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so without me talking, the first 2 lines of this is how I would make my chord piano sound more interesting. Notice how you have options here on where to use the rhythmic tension. I chose arbitrarily, just to start off and kick off this series, arbitrarily on the A minors. Could you use it on the C chord? Yes, the first chord of the song, you totally could, and I'll show you how to do that. But let's just do the A minors. Okay, so nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so look what I did there. On the second line, over the word please the Lord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I did there. Okay, so I'm using rhythmic tension just to fill out my song and make it sound a little more interesting on these A minors. Now, you may be wondering, okay, Nick, well, you're showing us this decision-making process, and arbitrarily, just randomly, you decide to start with rhythmic tension on the A minor. Could you use rhythmic tension perhaps on the C chord? Yeah, you could. You could go I, 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice I heard, right when I hit beat 1, I start counting in my head, but I'm doing it out loud for you guys. I, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see how my right hand is releasing after I say 4 and my left hand is accenting that 4. One more time. Okay, so you have options here. Notice that I'm not doing this on every chord. In this series, guys, I really just want to take you on a trip inside how I think about chord piano and songs and how I put things together so that my songs sound infinitely interesting and I have a good connectedness to the rhythm of the song. Now, let's keep working on these 2 lines, and what we're going to work on is the second framework here. Okay, this is called the momentum push framework. What is the momentum push framework? This framework essentially has your left hand on beat number 1, hit 3 notes to start off. Okay, so what am I talking about? If we were to go on the C chord, I heard there was a secret chord. Okay, on the C chord, if I did a momentum push, you're going to start getting really familiar with this verbiage that I use, okay, as the series goes on. But the momentum push on chord number 1 here would sound like this. Watch my left hand. There it is. What am I doing? I'm thinking to myself that in order to get connected to the 16th notes and the feeling of the song, what I like to do is I like to start off with on beat 1, hands together, but the second and third hit of the left hand are alone. That's what I call a momentum push because it gives you momentum into feeling the rhythm of the song. So watch this. Okay, I did it also on the A minor there. So notice I, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm doing 3 hits, and then after the third hit of the left hand that is alone, the right hand will release to repeat in an interesting way. Make sure to get that PDF up there, guys. That's going to help you. These visuals are massively helpful to help you see how I put this all together. So I, 1, 2, 3. There it is, 1, 2, 3. So these are like 16th notes, 1, 2, 3. Now, are you seeing how my right hand is releasing after the left hand does the momentum push? 1, 2, 3, and then the right hand releases right away. A common pitfall for students is they don't have the right hand start repeating instantly after, not instantly, right after the left hand hits. So they have like this pause. Make sure you go 1, 2, 3, then the right hand starts repeating. So if you just did momentum pushes for all of these chords, it would start sounding a bit repetitive. But what if we did every other chord? So we'll start on the C chord doing momentum pushes, and watch how this adds so much life to your songs. And it makes the decision making much easier for you guys. You just have to learn these 2 frameworks and you can sound like this and start really sounding more interesting. So starting on the C chord, I'm going to go all the way to the chorus. Watch how this sounds and I'll teach you guys all of this. So momentum pushing. I'm going to go 3 notes every time, and then at the middle part of the video or near the end of the video, I'll show you how you can change up the momentum push. Instead of always doing 3 hits, you can try a different number of hits. So let's just do 3. Nothing here. Look at that momentum push. Okay, what did I do there? On the chorus, I decided to switch things up and I did the rhythmic tension that I taught you at the beginning of the video, right? I went hallelujah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hallelujah. Okay, rhythmic tension. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a momentum push there. Okay, hallelujah. 3-note momentum push. Hallelujah, 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now that is how I would, curate my songs and make my chord piano sound interesting, just thinking about these two frameworks. If you want to learn more about other frameworks that I have, I would love if you checked out my Rhythm Techniques for You course up here. It'll give you a few other frameworks that I'm not going to share here today that I teach to help students fill out their songs and sound 1,000 times more interesting and just more professional overall. Now, let's talk about the momentum push framework, because the rhythmic tension, okay, that other framework, that's pretty straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4, pa 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 boom. Okay, so after you say 4, then the right hand releases 16th notes, and then you have a good connection to your song. But the momentum push framework doesn't always have to be 3 hits. Let me show you on the first chord here. Well, actually, we've been working on the verse a lot. Let's go into the chorus. So hallelujah, 1, 2, 3. So hallelujah. Okay, so there's 3 hits there. Now, we could try 2 hits for the momentum push. How would that sound? Hallelujah, 1, 2. Okay, that one feels a little forced, and it's got a little bit of friction to it. Why don't you try it? So notice on beat 1, it's always hands together. So hallelujah, 1. The second hit of the momentum push is right here on the second note of my left hand. So I have 1, 2, so it's 16th notes, 1 E, okay? Again. Okay, that feels a little sparse to me. And what you need to learn how to do to be creative with these rhythms and be able to get your chords and your songs to start sounding a lot more full and have a lot more flow to them is you need to start learning how to practice a different number of hits with this momentum push framework that I'm teaching you. Okay, so we started off just arbitrarily with 3. We said, okay, let's just try 3, and 3 fit really nicely. Then we tried 2 in the left hand, and I'm feeling quite a bit of friction there. That's not going to work for me. I don't like it. If you guys try it and like it, then that's your musical choice. And if you're able to flow with it, then use that. But in my head, I'm thinking on the 2-note momentum push. The 3-note momentum push seems pretty nice. Now let's try 4. So how would I do 4? An easy way to do a 4-note momentum push in my left hand would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going root, 5th octave down to the 5th interval. So okay, that works. Now, the 4 hit wasn't my favorite. It worked, but it's a runner-up to the 3-note momentum push hit. So I really like how the 3 notes sound. Hallelujah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you may be wondering as you're watching me, Nick, what exactly are you doing after the momentum push? Like here, watch this. Watch my left hand. Oh, you see how my left hand is inserting hits around what the right hand is doing? This is part of the momentum push framework. So let me explain this, and then I'll end the video here. This is episode 1 of making your song sound more interesting. Hopefully you're loving it, guys. Make sure to comment down below. comment down below what song you would like to see me do next, or if you have any questions in regard to the free PDF that you can grab up here, or any other questions that come to mind. I'm happy to help, and I'm going to keep this series going on YouTube, hopefully forever. So notice that once I do the momentum push, for instance, on the chorus, hallelujah, what I'm doing is the momentum push is getting me connected to the feeling and flow of the rhythm and the song. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then my right hand releases. I'm allowing my right hand a chance to have some takeoff without any interference. What I mean by that is I want my right hand to repeat in an interesting way without the left hand doing anything. So if you can do this, see how the right hand is the star of the show for the entire bar there? Once your right hand can get going, then you can almost put it on autopilot and then think to yourself, let me sneak in 1 hit or maybe 2 hits or maybe even 3 hits with my left hand around what the right hand's doing. Okay, this does require some coordination. And so if you're interested in learning about coordination, check out my Rhythm Techniques for You course. It's incredibly powerful what I teach there. Incredibly powerful. Okay, so how would I do this syncopation? So I have hallelujah. See how I just went with 1 hit in my left hand around what the right hand's doing, but I'm not letting that left hand come in too soon? One more time. Okay, so once you can insert one hit, then perhaps you can try for 2. Right hand's going. Okay, what did I do? I did an insert here and here. Now, I don't want you counting out 1 eanda, 2 eanda, or anything like that. This is all about connecting yourself to the flow and feel of the song. You may be wondering, Nick, how am I connected to the flow of the song? Well, the momentum push framework, that's a wonderful way to get connected. So these 3 hits right here really ground you to the feel of the song, and it gives you a good 16th note placement. Okay, the other way that you're getting connected is with the rhythmic tension framework in 3/4 time signature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So these frameworks are really allowing you to feel your music. And this is how I take my chord charts and make them sound 100% more interesting. I think to myself, let's have some frameworks and then figure out where to put the frameworks. Remember, it is important that you experiment with different number of hits when it comes to this momentum pushing. Okay, 3 hits is not always going to work in every song. Sometimes 2 hits is going to work, or 4 hits is going to work in the left hand. Okay, so work through this. This is episode 1 of my YouTube series, how to make your chord piano songs sound 100% more interesting. Thanks for grabbing the free PDF so that you can have a visual of how to approach this. And if you're interested in learning how to play a little bit more, interesting and more rhythmically, I have an entire course about that. I mentioned it here in the video already. Go ahead and check the description or check up here to grab that. And make sure to subscribe and like the video, guys. That helps my channel out a ton. And I'll catch you guys in another video.